We're back for more Shakesyear. We are working on Othello, and today we get to hear from Othello in what the folio calls Act 2, Scene 2, but other versions call Act 2, Scene 3, because the herald they felt should be a separate little scene by itself. So there's been a fight in this scene. There's been like a fight in the streets, and it's because Iago got Cassio drunk, and Cassio can have a temper when he gets drunk, and he wants Roderigo to pick a fight with Cassio, so then Cassio will be disgraced in the eyes of Othello, which makes it easier for Iago to get what he wants, and then also as Iago is playing the Desdemona and Cassio have been sleeping together thing, if Cassio goes down in Othello's estimation, it's easier to make that argument. And he gets Roderigo to help, saying that Desdemona is already flirting with Cassio, but if we get rid of Cassio, then Roderigo can swoop in and get her, because, you know, we know how romance works. So there's been a fight. Iago got Cassio really drunk, and Cassio went off to go be on the watch, and Iago sends Roderigo after him, and like 2 seconds later Roderigo comes back in, and Cassio is chasing him, and then Montano gets in it, and he wants to try to break things up, but then Cassio starts fighting with Montano, and Cassio injures Montano like pretty badly, and somebody like rings an alarm bell, and they try to break up the fight and everything, and Othello shows up, and he's like, what is going on here? Who started this? Iago, who started this? And Iago's like, I don't know, it's just a thing that happened. So he turns to Cassio, and he's like, you're my lieutenant, what were you thinking? And Cassio's like, I don't even know what to say for myself. And he turns to Montano, and he's like, Montano, you're supposed to be like this paragon of goodness and virtue, and I find you fighting in the streets like this? Like, what is that even all about? And Montano's like, you know, if anybody can tell you what I did wrong tonight, it's Iago, because I don't know what I did wrong tonight to deserve this. So ask him. And Othello, like, because he's getting the runaround from all these guys, is like, now by heaven, my blood begins my safer guides to rule, and passion, having my best judgment collied, essays to lead the way. If I once stir, or do but lift this arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul rout began, who set it on, and he that is approved in this offense, though he had twinned with me, both at a birth, shall lose me. What? In a town of war, yet wild, the people's hearts brimful of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel? In night, and on the court and guard of safety? 'Tis monstrous. Iago, who began it? And then Montano has just a little snippet of something to say, and then Iago responds, which is tomorrow's monologue. So what he's saying now is that he's really ashamed of all of these guys. He's like, I'm trying to be calm and reasonable about this, but this is so stupid, because we just avoided a war in this city, and people's tempers are high, and the people are kind of scared to begin with. Why are you having these stupid little squabbles amongst yourselves when you're supposed to be on city watch, keeping everybody safe? He's like, you are so idiotic. Tell me who started it so I can beat the crap out of that person. And he turns to Iago for it. Montano kind of calls out Iago in a little, like, 2 lines, and then we get to hear what Iago has to say in defense of himself and all of these goings on. We will hear that tomorrow. I will see you then for that. Mwah.